all, it's Tidbits again, and we just wanted to first give you a quick little update because obviously you can see that this is now put together very nicely. We did end up going with a little bit of a sashing in between just to kind of break the stars apart. So now the next conundrum is binding. Because the background goes all the way out to the edge, it would be nice to have something. So Teri did pick a couple ones that we're thinking about this morning just to finish this guy up.
But you're right, it's the one on the right on the back.
Yeah, I'm liking this guy.
Yeah.
It has a little bit of all of the colors in it, and it's going to be a little bit darker. So
It's amazing because sometimes you look at things, but looking it through the lens, it really, it made the decision. Yep, it made the decision. Okay.
Okay, we're going to stop for a second. We're going to change things up, and then we'll be right back. And presto changeo, here we are back again with the magic of the flannel wall. We have a different quote we wanted to show you. So this one we're going to use for a couple of different purposes. I want to show you.
Well, remember this is referring back to our pre-cuts.
Oh, well, I was getting there.
Okay, sorry.
So I wanted to show you what the original pattern looked like on this one. It's called Metro Rings from So Kind of Wonderful. And you can see, and well, this says they are a contemporary quilt pattern. Now, I would say probably, wouldn't you agree, Teri, like 90% of the people that we had come through the shop were really not contemporary people?
Yes, I would say I'm a little more traditional.
We were very much more of a traditional person. So it was sometimes
Wait a minute, I have to interrupt again. Back in the day, we
Let me just take the camera and we'll turn it around.
No, because I didn't dress for this. No, back in the day, we were called the Mud Hut Shop.
Oh.
Because all of our fabrics looked like they were from a mud hut.
Us. It wasn't
just us. No, but back in the day, yes, yeah. We are not as contemporary as a lot of them. But anyways, I digressed.
But anyways, the whole reason I wanted to do this was to show you sometimes you have to look past the colors of a pattern in just kind of image, because we did have somebody ask us if we would do like a color class. And a lot of color theory and all that stuff, I don't know it. I just know what I like. And you know what you like. So that's 9 times what you have to go with. So what we did is we took this Metro Rings, and yellow and gray is just kind of not my vibe. And Kansas Troubles quilting is. So what we did is we took, this is the new Prairie Dreams jelly roll, and this is how they use it. We used the pattern, the Metro Rings, and it also takes the quick curve ruler, which in a couple of weeks, we're going to get back to that because that's a pretty funky ruler to play with.
We're going to circle back to it.
Yeah, we're going to put a pin in it and we'll circle back, yes. But I was just telling, it was funny because you do a lot of trimming on this quilt, which is really kind of cool. Because how many of you have wanted to do a wedding ring but said, I don't have the confidence to do that. Now you do. I would say that this is not a beginner's project, but if you're comfortable with rotary cutting and doing all that, I think you're going to be good. But we'll address that whole thing when we go back and we'll do the ruler and everything. But the whole point on this one that I wanted to talk about today is just the difference in color, where we've taken something that was a very contemporary, but we've made
there's nothing wrong with contemporary.
And there's nothing wrong with it. It's just like I said, it's not my vibe. But you can take those patterns. If you're looking at a pattern and saying, I just don't like the colors. Well, that's okay. Color you can change easily. I mean, that's just like the simplest thing on the face of the earth to change. So you can see with this one, that's all we did is we had the jelly roll, which are on sale this month because it is pre-cut month. Some background, and then just 2 fabrics for the cornerstones. So that's just kind of my thing. If you know what colors you like, a lot of times you can switch out the colors of a quilt, and as long as that's your color palette, it's all good.
Marty, would you just take one block and separate it out so they can see what the block actually is? It's kind of fun. That's what the block looks like.
You make everything. We weren't doing this today.
I know, so don't go any farther.
Everything like that, and then you're just putting different colors on. And I know you're probably saying, "Oh my God, that's a curved seam." It is easy peasy, really. And I know you're like, "Oh, sure, you always say it's easy peasy." Well, it really, truly is. My mama taught me not to lie. So, but we will come back to that in a couple of weeks. But we just wanted to tell you, did want to back up a little bit. The quilt that we had up earlier, Teri's Simple Stars, there will be a kit for that on the website. That quilt is 72 by 90. It has everything for the top and the border and not backing. And it's $100.
Top border binding.
Top and binding. And then this guy, Metro Rings. Also, we will do a kit for this. We'll do it in this colors, not the other one. But it has everything again for the top, the binding and everything, the pattern, and that's $115. So
Does that does
and
not
this one
include,
is 57 by 76.
and that does not include the
Does
ruler.
not include the ruler, right? That, but wait
We'll
till
talk
you
about
see
that
some
later.
Of the other things we're gonna do with that ruler. I know I'm almost thinking I want to make this one bigger because I want it to
stop.
fit my bed.
Oh, stop.
But I only started this 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I have
And you've made how much in between?
sad story. I have a wedding ring in the bottom drawer of my sewing table that's been there since we moved here from Main Street.
That was in 1992.
Yeah, okay. Tells you how long.
So onwards.
So onwards. Okay, the other thing that we wanted to talk to you real quick about the other day is Teri and I had another really good idea. See, even after we close, we still have, the brain is still just not slowing down a little bit. We realized the other day that we're 4 months away from...
Didn't we talk about this last week?
No, I don't think so.
Did we?
Or maybe did we? Did we talk about the Santa's Workshop?
I don't
If
remember.
not, we're going to show you a little bit of projects because we do
Yeah.
have those all finalized. So if we did talk about it, if not, that's fine. What we did is we're doing a Santa's Workshop, and we broke it into 2 different parts. You can either be a quilter's workshop in the elf, or you can be a woolly elf in the wool workshop.
Or both.
Or both if you want. You can just have
Good times.
hat in the toes and everything. But what we did is we came up with 4 projects because 4 months till Christmas. And so you would get a project a month, and it would have everything in there that you would need for it. Batting, backing, binding,
Right.
everything for the top, the pattern. If there's embellishments on it, you'll get it. So all of that. So we did do a couple of them just so you can see. Oh, and then regardless of which workshops you do, you will get a free bonus project. So actually you're going to be getting 2 projects each month. The quilter's workshop was $50 a month. The woolly workshop was $35, I believe.
think, yeah.
You're going to be getting an email at the end of the week about all of this. But this is one of the little projects, and it is called the Wonka Mug Mat, Mug Rug, whatever you want to call them. So this is a quick and easy. You could whip these up for the whole family for this Christmas.
Oh my gosh, that took me like 20 minutes.
Yes. And Teri will also talk to you about you at some point to remember how we like to do our backing so that you can turn things nice and easily and not have that seam close on the back. So that's one of them. This is also one of the bonus projects. And again, you will get everything that you see here. Dingle, dingle. I don't know if you can hear
It's
that
not
on there or
dingling.
not, but it is dingling. But a nice towel has a little bit of rickrack, some snowflake buttons, and of course some embellishments on the tree. Getting tight on my chest, right?
No,
There we
I'm
go.
eliminating that part.
Thank you. Okay, so that's one of them. And then this is also another one. Of course, this goes back to Teri, and I can never do things the way things are written. This was a pattern called Winterlude, and it was a 13 by 19 pattern.
Yeah, as you see,
Which
it's
you
not.
which you can see now, it is not. But basically all it had on there was the sled was propped up against the door, and it had this, I hate saying
Sad bow.
a very sad bow on it, and that was it. And this isn't even finished.
And the
because
colors
wait
aren't
till
there.
you see what we're
Yeah.
gonna do with this.
And Marty had to have boots.
I know, I had to have the boots down at the bottom. Who doesn't kick off their boots before they come in the house in the winter? Huh? That's the boots.
So by next week, we'll show you the finished
so by
of
next
that.
week we'll show you the finished thing, but you will be getting the information for the Santa's Workshop by the end of the week. Right, Beth? Okay, I think that was all we needed to talk about today. I feel like my mouth is just...
I know. We did not get any of the wool projects finished, so but they are...
Right. In process.
Well,
They're still in the workshop.
yeah, the wool elves are a lot slower than the quilty elves,
the quilting
obviously.
elves. Okay.
But did we even discuss? I don't know if we discussed. One of them is a little 3-dimensional stuffed cardinal.
Yep, there's a little...
What
and then
else?
there's a little snowman, little wall hanging, a little joy. Oh, and wait until you see the little ornaments. They're little wool and embroidered ornaments. They are just so
Those are going to be
stinking
like
cute.
little candy. You're just gonna
Yeah.
want to make one after the other
Yeah,
after
those
the
are
other.
easy peasy, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there anything else? This is a
think
short one, kids.
That's okay.
Because we
That's
got work
okay.
to do.
We got work to do. We got to get back to the workshop. See you later.
Bye.